This episode of the ZuLoo Poodcast is sponsored by ZuLoo Inc., a benefit corporation dedicated to the goal of universal access to toilets, hygiene, clean water and sanitation through the power of social enterprise. Learn more at ZuLoo.com.
We're providing business development support for these toilet business owners. We're helping them to create and meet sanitation demands in their communities. We're providing support just to enhance their capacity to sell more toilets. That's what we do in Nigeria. We believe that families deserve not just toilets, but quality toilets. So we're making access to quality and affordable toilets very easy for all Nigerians. That's what Toilet Pride is about. Giving people dignity. Like shitting with some swag,
Welcome to the ZuLoo Poodcast, where we talk all things poop, toilets and sanitation. Through insightful news, impact stories and quirky humour, we aim to discuss and highlight the critical role toilets play in whisking poop out of our lives, the impact toilets have, or lack thereof, in the health and wellness of humanity, and what ZuLoo is doing to help solve the current global sanitation crisis.
Hey everybody, welcome back to ZuLoo Poodcast. As promised, we have highlights from the World Toilet Summit this week, and I'm super excited to listen to them. It'll be my first time tuning in and seeing who some of these amazing people were that y'all met when you were in Nigeria. Suzanne, welcome back to the Poodcast.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
Yeah, excited to have you back and hear some more of your thoughts post, tuning into some of our interviews. Just excited to hear some more details.
Well, yeah, we were just felt grateful to be hanging with all the players in the toilet space.
Yeah, because there were a lot. Who are some of the people that we're highlighting today?
So, we're gonna highlight some of the interviews that we had. We met with so many, and we had to narrow it down. I mean, and sometimes our video equipment wasn't working.
Right.
So we had some false starts, but.
And then some of our equipment, my camera guy wasn't there. So I was on my own.
Oh, yeah, forgot your selfie stick too.
I was the camera guy.
Darren's stuck in Germany and you're like, how can I do this?
You were sending me, I'm in London trying to get there. And then you're sending me photos and I'm just like, oh.
I know. I'm like, don't worry, Darren.
Yeah. Check out all these cool people I'm hanging with. I'm like, I was eating some chips in London.
And then he's thinking about the problems they have in England with their toilets.
Yeah.
They're plentiful.
Yeah.
Darren's like, Nigeria, they can solve it. I'm just going to pop myself down here in London.
I could have just stayed in London. There's lots of issues in London, right?
Yeah.
Just super grateful. I mean, obviously Jack Sim, you got to interview him again. Mm-hmm. We'll be hearing from Jack a little bit. And he was like a man on the red carpet, celebrity. Everybody wanted to talk to Jack, including us, right? And as soon as we were, talking to him for a few minutes, then he got whisked away to some other place, He was kind of like this apparition spirit that would come in and bless you and then move on, But
we
Jack.
also got to speak to the general manager. Remember?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
cool.
Sarika.
Wow.
Yeah, Sarika did a great job, and she's the one that spoke in church there,
and she's so knowledgeable. That lady, wow, she
knows her stuff.
Yeah,
she's in the right position as GM.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, cool. And she's
such great energy, and
we're hoping to have her on the podcast soon.
Yep.
For a full longer interview.
Yep, we will. We talked about that after church. We had a great meal, and then she said after the holidays, because she knew we were going to have Thanksgiving and then Christmas and New Year's.
Yeah.
So we'll definitely be getting her in the next couple months.
Yeah. The challenge for us Americans is that World Toilet Day is close to Thanksgiving.
Yes.
And so it's like, you want to stay and hang with these people, but it's like, tradition.
Tradition.
I guess I better be home with my family and be thankful.
I got to go be thankful and eat turkey. But even as much as we'd love to hang and talk about toilets, we got to go. But
no pun intended.
You got to go. We had a great interview with Dr. Nicholas Igwe again. Mm-hmm. We chatted with her and Shale, who talk about red carpet. Man, she looked like she was going to the Oscars.
Dressed to the nines.
Mm-hmm. Seriously,
she is a classy lady.
She's a classy lady,
and she did a phenomenal job.
She was hard at work for months.
She pulled all that together. I didn't tell you this when the airline was not letting me on the plane.
Yeah.
She's like, and I was on the phone with her, because they were like, and because she's the one that sent the letters from immigration over and all that. And she's like, let me talk to the flight attendant. And she just got in her business. Like, listen, I'm working with the Nigerian government. I'm sitting right here with the,
and that flight attendant still stood her ground.
Man, it was like a cat. It was like a cat fight.
Spicy.
I'm like, I hope she wins.
Yeah.
Child, you are the winner in our books.
And she
always.
did win. She did win because she, when I got there, all the, it's like all the immigration people knew who I was. Oh, yes, you were that guy.
Yeah.
You're that guy.
They did. They're like, oh, we spotted him.
I know. Yeah, you're that guy. So,
and then, we forgot to throw the little tidbit that our luggage got lost.
Oh,
Both of our luggages were late.
True. Yeah,
so I was so glad.
You were lucky you had an extra set of clothes,
yes.
right?
I was so thankful I listened to that little voice in my head that was like, in my carry-on, I'm going to pack extra clothes, underwear. So I did have a change of clothing and I threw my little cocktail dress. So no one knew. Like, I wasn't wearing the same outfit for 3 days.
Yep.
That's true.
Yeah. Wow.
But yeah.
Have you gotten it back?
Yeah.
I've heard horror
we ended up
stories
we ended up getting it. Yeah. But we had to.
Yeah. The luggage arrived with me, right? When I got there finally, then I was like, oh, here's our luggage.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So
wow. So lessons for people going to Nigeria.
Well, whenever you have
anywhere really.
Yeah. Whenever you have
ready.
like a two. When you have like two transfers, it's kind of common, unfortunately. It happens, but
your luggage goes somewhere else. But
it was a little weird because you had to go pick it up. Like I'm used to them like delivering it to your hotel if it, but no, we had to go back to the hotel. We had to arrange to go back and get it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So anyway,
well, a little off topic, but I'm excited to just hop into our interviews and listen to some of these people that you guys got to meet. So.
Yeah, I'm excited to see them too.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so here we are at the World Toilet Summit, and we're going to head over here across the hall here to speak to our friends. Yeah, so can you go ahead and tell us a little bit about your organization and what your mission is?
Okay, so hello, my name is Shade. I'm from the Clean Nigeria Campaign Secretariat, and Clean Nigeria Campaign Secretariat is all about to end open defecation. So what we do is sensitize people, do advocacy, create awareness to those people that don't know the dangers of open defecation. So we go to rural areas, even the urban areas, go down to the community level, we speak to people, we go to the top there, we do advocacy, and then we try to sensitize people to end open defecation. And then so far in Nigeria, we have 92 today, local government out of 774 that are open defecation free. And we're happy about that. And then there's an improvement. And then we trust that as time goes on, because we have 5 years to declare the whole of Nigeria open defecation free.
Excellent. So are you going to be going to, you're going to be doing this effort through schools or like local communities, or how are you going to actually make that happen?
Yes, we have our partners around. We have the Upswash, Water Aid, UN, so many partners that we partner with. So we go to schools, hospital, rural areas, different places to make advocacy, and then we train people to also train others. And exactly, that's what we do. Yes.
Well, we wish you the best, and we're hoping that we at ZuLoo can help promote your goals, and through our weekly Poodcast, we'll be happy to do that. So thank you so much for your time today. So we're here with our neighbors across the tent, and he's having a virtual experience. So what's going on is he is viewing a town in Africa that was just flooded. And so they're explaining how that's going to affect the community and what they're going to be able to do to help it. So it's just kind of fun here because he's got this virtual thing going on. But we're going to head over here to Jennifer and have her tell us more about their organization and what their mission is, what they're planning to do, and how they're helping this crisis Jennifer.
How are you?
Good. Go ahead and just tell us about your organization and what your goals are and all that amazing stuff.
Sure. Thank you so much. We are trying to promote sanitation for a new world, the next generation of sanitation. So it's called fecal sludge management or non-sewered sanitation, and just really trying to promote best practice, some new evidence, the new technology, and a different way of doing things. We really feel like there's a need for a paradigm shift, and also to get out of a siloed way of thinking. So we're also going to be hosting an event in February next year with the African Water Association, trying to bring water and sanitation closer together, because we don't think that we can have clean water until we have safely managed sanitation.
Amen, because that's really how it is, right?
It's true, yes.
Yes.
If the water sources will never be clean if we keep polluting it with our own waste. Yeah.
Exactly. And so I think a lot of times people think, oh, we got to get clean water, clean water, clean water. But in reality, you've got to handle the crap first.
Yes. Yes, exactly. And I think it's been really easy because water is sexy. It's seen as a valued commodity, and so you can also see from the new treatment technology, we're trying to create value products out of shit.
Right.
Yes. So steam, electricity. Water that can be used for agricultural purposes or to make coolant, ash to make cement. So trying to extract different value products and really create a new circular economy that also helps create non-chemical fertilizer as well. So really just trying to extract the value where we can.
And this is just so mind-blowing because all of those things that you just listed, I mean, coolant for your car,
Yes.
like fertilizer,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
And also like concrete type pavements. I mean, all of these things can be made out of crap
Yes.
that we can attain for free.
Yes. And even the current systems in the cities that you and I live in, the sewer system that we know, they're aging, they're at capacity. There's no real way to expand them. So this is not just for the parts of the world that don't have access to safely managed sanitation. It's also about for other cities that need new solutions as well.
Right.
Yes.
My understanding is from our conversation the other day, they're having issues in the UK. They've had issues in the US. I mean, so just like you said, it truly is a global problem. And we've got to do something about it, or we're just going to be up to our eyes in shit.
Yeah, well, and if you think about it, the sewer system that we use is over 200 years old. And so that is sort of the equivalent of all of us still using MS-DOS.
And one country which has been phenomenal at this is Japan, right?
Yes.
So it's so fascinating. We saw actually like a short documentary here about how in Tokyo, they actually created 17 different public toilet spaces, and they actually hired artists to do it. And so these toilet places are like works of art. They're beautiful and creative, and it's like people want to go there, not just to take care of number one and number two, but to just see the art. And so definitely we're wanting to look to Japan for that kind of attitude and bringing awareness. And like, it's something that we all do. We do it every day. It's nothing that we should be ashamed of. And the other key is we need to really address how this affects women and young women especially. So do you have a few thoughts on that, Jennifer?
Well, specifically, I think it's really important to also look at how we can provide more more just waste baskets in school so that girls have a place to change their menstrual hygiene products if they need to. Because we know that a lot of times girls drop out of school because there's not facilities to do so in their school, and then they can't manage their menstrual hygiene. So they end up skipping school, and then they lose a week a month from school, and they eventually end up dropping out. So if we can, these are simple solutions.
Right. And we have a solution. It's not complicated, and it's really not that expensive.
No. So I think this is also an element that sometimes gets overlooked as well. And so I think it's great to have a podcast like this trying to increase awareness and trying to make it sexy and make it more accessible and remove the taboos.
Okay, so here we are again with ZuLoo, and I'm here with the founder of Toilet Pride. Excellent name.
At Toilet Pride, we're a Nigerian wash-specific NGO that is passionate about improving lives to increase access to toilets and sanitation. Basically, we're involved in promoting market-based sanitation approaches to any open defecation in Nigeria. We're providing business development support for these toilet business owners. We're helping them to create and meet sanitation demands in their communities. We're providing support just to enhance their capacity to sell more toilets. That's what we do in Nigeria. We believe that families deserve not just toilets, but quality toilets. So we're making access to quality and affordable toilets very easy for all Nigerians. That's what Toilet Pride is about. Giving people dignity. Like shitting with some swag,
Wow, I love that. We might have to use that. What's one of your biggest takeaways from the conference? What's something that you walked away with this weekend going, wow?
For me, it's more commitment. I'm excited that different countries, different people, everybody's speaking the same language, increasing access to sanitation. For me, it's a wake-up call to do more, understanding that it's a global issue, not just a Nigerian thing. But if we put more energy, more investment, we will make good progress. So going home, I'm more excited. I'm inspired to know that this is possible.
And, most people don't know the magnitude of this problem. So the more of us that can know, the more education that we can do through ZuLoo and other forms of communication, the more we can make this happen. So thank you so much. Okay, so I'm so excited to have this phenomenal group of young people here with us today with ZuLoo, with our Poodcast. You guys know that it's called the Poodcast, right? Okay. We're making it fun and sexy, right? Yeah. Okay. I just want you to just introduce yourself and just tell a little bit about yourself. And then one of you can just do a little nutshell of what you guys have done. All right.
Good evening. I'm Bounce Shekina Glory. I'm a final year student, 400 level student of Ahmadu Bello University, studying political science. I'm the financial secretary of the team, so I'm in charge of money, finance.
You're in charge of the dollars. That's why she's so happy.
Yeah, probably. Probably. Because money makes everybody happy, right?
Well, yeah, it can, because it can help us to solve problems, right?
Yes, very true.
Right, and that's one of the main takeaways is we need government to come together and the private sector, right? And it's okay that we're going to make money off of solving these problems, right? Yes. And you guys are doing this incredible thing to help save the environment by doing what with the plastic? Who can tell me what you do with the plastic?
So, yeah, that's what I said. So we upcycle plastic and we turn it into polish, right? It sounds really simple, but it's a great innovation, and it's something that we've put everything we've had into. We've put our hard work and everything into it. So
yeah, I was just blown away. I'm at first I thought the number was 36 million, but then I listened again, it was 50 million, right? People that use shoe polish. Yeah, it's incredible. Okay, great. So I'm here with my new great friend Shale and Dr.
Nicholas Igwe.
Okay, and they've actually both been on the podcast, and we're so glad that we're here. And we just want for you guys just to tell us maybe your biggest takeaway.
I think the biggest takeaway for me, as you said, we've made good friends, new partnerships, learned things that I've not heard before in the sanitation sector, and just bringing together people that are passionate about sanitation in one room in, the hub of the sanitation movement in the world right now. So those would be my biggest highlights. Thank you.
Everybody's just nerding out, right? Because we're all this is amazing. And
I think the most important one is the thematic area on catalyzing the private sector engagement in water, sanitation, and hygiene. Everybody's Coca-Cola, FSMA, all of them, they're all now energized that they want to really get involved. They have stopped seeing sanitation issues as the social issues. People now feel that they can make money. People now feel that they can also partner as well. And very importantly, people are also seeing the ZuLoo in the US, has also a communication sector as well that they can also use to send out messages. So for us as well in Nigeria, we want to see how we can do more with ZuLoo Podcast and others as well, to come together and see how they can even use what they have. Because you guys have, ZuLoo has a very strong network as well that they can actually use to send messages. Because one important thing is, how do we get the entrepreneurs to actually understand that there are economic values when it comes to sanitation. So we are hoping that in partnership with ZuLoo, we'll be able to achieve that.
That's exactly what needs to happen, the private sector to get involved, because you know what, it's okay to make money off of this issue because it's solving a problem and it can benefit everybody, and we're here to link arms, to solve the problem, create jobs, help the economy. It's just a win-win. Thank you again for your time. Okay. All right, so we're here with Godwin, and he is with WaterAid. So go ahead and tell us a little bit about your organization and what you're doing and what your goals are.
So primarily our aim for WaterAid is to ensure that everyone everywhere has access to quality wash by 2030. So we do this by basically implementing, by influencing government, by setting policies in place to make these things possible.
Excellent. This is what needs to happen, right? All right, friends, here with BTNL, right? BTNL. Can you tell us what this is all about?
Okay, BTNL is Biofeed Technologies Nigeria Limited. So we offer a sustainable waste management solution that cuts across sewage management, other biodegradable waste, like waste from animals, waste from markets, biodegradable waste. And the good thing is we turn this waste to value, to biogas that can be used for electricity or for cooking, and also organic fertilizer.
Excellent. Isn't it amazing that we can actually produce energy from this?
Yes.
Right? It's incredible.
Yes.
And most people in the world don't know this, right? So this is the mission that we're on. Would you like to share a little bit?
Okay. We also have another product which is called the eco filtering system, which helps you to secure your drinking water. Here in Nigeria, most homes drink plastic water or pure water, sachet water. But with this system, it helps you to drink directly from the tap. So it's built like a tap which we can fix in your kitchen sink. So it helps you to drink from the tap directly. And the minimum lifespan of this product is 10 years. And unlike other filters out there that you have to wash every month, you have to wash the filter every month. You don't need to wash this. It can last up to 2 years before you wash the dirt out of the filter. So, and it's also very affordable, and it doesn't use electricity. It is safe, and it is just the perfect product for your home. It secures public. It secures your good health as well, and it also promotes good well-being.
Yeah. Excellent. And this will also cut down on plastic waste, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yes,
for this, it's a block solution, with BTNL block solutions. This is actually providing an affordable way of building houses. This is a block that is made from plastic waste. So now with this, you can build the house quicker, affordable, easy and quick to build. It's highly sustainable. And plastic waste has been a problem all over the world. Yes. In climate change and all that. So with this, we can use recycled plastic now to build public toilets, for markets, for houses, mass housing, and the rest of it.
Fantastic. Okay. Excellent. Hello, neighbor. Please let us know what's happening.
Yeah, my name is Michael, and you're welcome to the Status stand.
Can you tell us about your product and how it works and how much it costs and things like this?
Oh, great. Yeah, so our products are affordable and they cater to the people at the bottom of the pyramid, for sanitation. Let me just show you.
Okay.
This is a Status pan.
Okay.
Made of plastic, virgin plastic, polypropylene, and it's affordable. It costs like 12,500 naira. And what it does is it upgrades the normal pit toilet that is common in Africa. So it makes it safer. So it stops the smell, the flies, and it reduces the disease that are spread. So it's safe for children and women. Yeah.
Excellent. We like to hear that. Okay.
This is called a stool. So, because of inclusiveness, not everybody can squat. And because maybe they are aged, rheumatism, amputees, so they sit on this. Let me just show you. So they can sit and do their business. Nice.
And so this right here, can you explain this and how what part is that?
No. This for... No, you can have twin pits. Twin pits, so that saves you a lot of money in the long run. So you can while you're using the toilet, a piece is being filled. Maybe after 2-3 years, when it's filled, you lock this side and you start using the other one. So while you're using the other one, you can evacuate, you can sell the fecal sludge. So that's the advantage of this.
So that way it allows it to last twice as long, right? And what is it called again, though?
No. This is a V trap. Okay. A V trap. It looks like a V.
A V trap. Okay, perfect.
When this is filled, you just deploy and use the soap, wash your hands with the wrist with minimal contact. You know, this was created during the COVID. Head of innovation, he contracted COVID and he had to come up with this while he was recovering.
Yeah, it's a great idea. And again, like I said, it's very simple. Everybody has bottled water. Thank you so much for your excellent work. Okay, thank you. Hey, so I'm here with Sarika, which means the singing bird, right? But I like to refer to her as the singing bird of knowledge. She is the general manager of the World Toilet Organization. And we're so fortunate to be able to speak to her today as we're finishing up the summit here in Nigeria.
Sure. Thank you for this opportunity. Summit was a great opportunity for us to interact with different stakeholders in sanitation domain, those who are working especially in Nigeria. And I think the World Toilet Summit in 2022 was a good start, wherein we have started discussing how sanitation can be important from the perspective of creating an economy in the country. When we have seen in India that when the government start paying attention to sanitation, a lot of opportunities have opened up for the country. Even in India, when government took the decision of spending their time and energies in the sanitation sector, we have seen that in a span of 5 years, the government was able to create $62 billion economy. Now, in 2021, it is at $97 billion. And by 2030, it is going to grow at $143 billion US dollars. I believe that Nigerian government has shown a lot of interest in the sector, and they have shown their will. We are expecting the investments in the sectors from different stakeholders, and collectively we are going to make an impact with regard to creation of the individual household toilets, communal toilets, and creating job opportunities for individuals. Thank you.
Fantastic. Thank you for that sum up. Can you please tell us your name?
My name is Shail Igwe from Upswash.
So it's been just amazing. Like, it exceeded my expectations.
Oh, really?
Yes. Yes.
So what was your favorite part? Some of the meetings or the exhibition?
You know what? I think my favorite part was just connecting with other people that are so passionate about this. And I mean, I just learned so much, and like just the energy and everybody's excitement, and just very professional and very well done. And yeah, can you tell us a little bit about what your role is in this summit?
I mean, so Upswash is one of the organizers here, so my role has really been critically to bring together different panelists, strategically decide what kind of panel discussions we should have, who we should bring on those discussions in terms of expertise and work in the sector. And same goes for exhibition. So we wanted ZuLoo to come on board because of the work that you've been doing in advocacy. I mean, we've heard our experts say that we need more advocacy. So yeah, that's been mostly my role, and I completely agree with you. It's been a really exciting 2 days. It almost makes me feel energized for the next few years that, you know, we can do this. So yeah.
Thank you so much. You look stunning, by the way.
Enjoy your evening.
Okay, you too. Okay, so here we are, ZuLoo at the final gala of the World Toilet Summit 2022. This is Jack. Tell us about you.
Well, I'm really impressed. I think that this is a very, very good summit, and the energy level is very good. And I think we're all committed to solve this problem with the ending open defecation, and the minister himself is like fully committed.
Excellent. Excellent. And can you tell us a little bit about you and what you've done? Like, this is your baby, right?
Yeah, I started it 21 years ago, and have been driving this to the United Nations, to the everywhere, 193 countries. Wow. And all the government sign up for this. So every year we have World Toilet Summit, except for the 2 COVID years. So really, we're very glad with this one. Yes.
And you also established World Toilet Day, correct?
Yes.
And what day is that?
19th of November is today.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Jack. Okay.
Okay, these people are superstars. Wow.
Super.
Whoa. Superstars.
Yes.
Superstars.
So highlights for both of you from these interviews. What stands out? Maybe not a person, but what do you remember from these interviews or meeting these people or even just being at the summit that was
I think for me
you?
is that everybody was so willing to do it. Like they were just excited and they just, because a lot of times you kind of get people going like, or they just feel, but everybody was just like, right, Darren? They were just like, oh yeah, we want to be on it. We want to share. And we gave them, they were good sports too, because I just kind of went to their booths. I'm like, hey, we're going to interview you,
Yeah.
And I just said, just tell us a little bit. And, they were great and they did a good job and just very willing. And just, they have a lot of love for their country, and for their people. And, you can tell that they just really all are really sincere and wanting to try to help solve this problem.
Well, not just the Nigerians, but everybody that was in attendance of the summit. Cool. They were there. It was almost like you had a sisterhood, brotherhood sort of thing, because you're all like, oh, we're all motivated because of this cause, right?
Yeah.
I mean, when we were sitting with Berger and with our friends from India, Kumar. And it's almost like, hey, what's your story? It's like of all places.
Why do you care about sanitation?
Right.
Why are you here in Nigeria?
Of all the places in the world, here we're sitting down in Abuja, Nigeria, having eating some breakfast together. Why? Why? What brings us? And it was like, I heard Berger's story, and I told ZuLoo's story of why we sort of felt kind of called to do this, and it was very similar. They're sharing like, you know what, I couldn't do anything else. Like I could go a million different things. I could go retire, I could do, but this is like, it's almost like, like for me personally, like I can't sleep at night. Sometimes I'm thinking about toilets and the issue that we're trying to address and we're trying to highlight, in the Poodcast and, our work and it was such a kind of a, you felt like family there with everybody that was involved, right? And they're all doing their little part, right? Whether they're in government, private industry, whether they're engineer or whatever, they're just doing something, right? And you just come away from just like, wow, okay, I'm not just the crazy guy in the room talking about toilets.
I'm with my people.
Right. Take me to your leader.
I know. Yeah.
It's Jack.
There was no eye rolling when you talked about,
right.
And because sometimes you feel that way. It's like, what the hell? What's this guy?
I know, right.
Talking about toilets all the time. But
who'd you meet on the airplane? Toilet guy.
Yeah.
I know. So anyway, that was the cool thing. It was just you felt this same common cause.
Absolutely.
Right? Anyway, it was highlight of the year. I think.
Absolutely.
Aside from my granddaughters, of course. Close second.
The close second World Toilet Summit. Well, thank you both for going out there. I mean, I think that a lot of the people in our highlights that we've just listened to would say the same thing about you both going out there. What a cause to dedicate yourself to. What an amazing reach that you've had. I was chatting with Darren just before we started filming that like ZuLoo had to have been like the coolest one there. I mean, we're there. We're wanting to hear everybody's story, right? We're wanting to share. And I know that's just me boasting on behalf of ZuLoo. Of course we had the cool swag. I mean, that's really why we're the
chocolate.
We're the only Poodcast there.
The only Poodcast there. And this is a big deal to get out and say to people, even in our space, let's share our messages together.
Right.
Because the more that we can share, listeners, this is like your cue to share the ZuLoo Poodcast with your friends and family. on your social media feeds. Sharing is caring. That's how we broaden our reach. That's how we intensify the impact of what we're doing is by continuing to collaborate, but also to share each other's messages, right? Like stand on each other's shoulders. And so how amazing to be out there and to be meeting new people and working together to solve the global sanitation crisis in areas all over. So
and I know I talk about Rose George a lot. Rose, I love you. Where are you?
We do love you, Rose.
But if she hadn't have written this book, right? I mean, I'd probably just be out sailing, golfing, whatever. I mean, probably having more fun. But it's. But yet, I mean, it was something just like she shared. It wasn't just facts, but it was the stories that caught me, right? And obviously we try to highlight some of those stories on the show. Of hey, real people. It's a real issue, and that's what I think hopefully gets across, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So, it's something we all have in common, something we all do, and anyway. Just grateful to be part of the whole cause or whatever you want to call it, the toilet crusade.
That's right.
And we'll just keep going. So
we'll just keep going. Tokyo 2023, here we come.
We're coming.
Yeah. ZuLoo's coming at you.
So COVID or not, we're coming.
Thanks everybody for being here and tuning in today. As always, like, subscribe, and share with those friends and family, especially if this is a cause that, something struck a chord with you. It really goes a long way in helping to make an impact in individual lives, communities, and just internationally. So we'll catch you next week.
Thank you for listening to the ZuLoo Poodcast. Follow us on social media at our links in the show notes below. To learn more, visit our website, ZuLoo.org. If you liked the podcast, be sure to subscribe, like, and comment. For even more ZuLoo fun, send us an email with your toilet stories to podcast@zuloo.com for a chance to be featured on the podcast. This episode of the ZuLoo Poodcast is sponsored by ZuLoo Inc., a benefit corporation dedicated to the goal of universal access to toilets, hygiene, clean water, and sanitation through the power of social enterprise. Learn more at ZuLoo.com.